Hello friends, welcome back to Relief Tutorials. We will discuss exercise 6.3 question number 4. See, if you look at the figure, here it is given that this PQ is perpendicular to PS. These two are perpendicular, so this is 90 degree, and SQR is equals to 28 degree, QRP is equals to 65 degree. You have to find the value of X and Y. Now look here, you look at this angle, see. So this is exterior angle of triangle SQR. So exterior angle of triangle SQR is equals to sum of its interior opposite angle. So we can say exterior angle QRT is equals to angle SQR plus angle QSR. Okay. So we'll write here in triangle SQR, see this SQR, clear? This is what? This is an exterior angle. So I can write exterior angle QRT is equal to angle SQR plus angle QSR. You know the reason. Exterior angle is equals to sum of its interior opposite angle. If you want to write, you can write here exterior angle is equal to sum of its interior opposite angle. Okay. So now exterior angle QRT is 65 degree. SQR is given, that is equals to 28 degree plus angle QSR. So QSR here 65 minus 28 is equals to angle QSR. Now 65 minus 25, 15 minus 8, 7. Here it is 5, 5 minus 2, 37 degree is equals to angle QSR. So now we got angle QSR. So this angle QSR. We got angle QSR. This angle we got QSR. Now what it is given, PQ is parallel to SR. This thing is given, see here, PQ is parallel to SR. So this PQ and SR are parallel, this is a transversal. So this angle touches the transversal and parallel line. X also touches the transversal and parallel line. So these two angles are equal. Y, alternate angle. Clear? So now we'll write. First phase we have completed, now second phase. What is given? PQ is parallel to SR given, and PQ is parallel to SR and SQ is transversal. So therefore angle X is equals to angle QSR. So therefore X is equals to 37. So this is 37, so this is also 37. Now you have to find Y. Now look at this triangle, PSQ. Here PS and PQ are perpendicular, so this is 90 degree. This is 37 degree, so we can find third angle of a triangle by angle sum property. Now we are saying that PQ is perpendicular to PS, therefore angle QPS or SPQ, angle SPQ is equals to 90 degree. Now in triangle PQS, angle SPQ plus X plus Y is equals to 180 degree. You can say angle sum property of triangle. Clear? Now SPQ is 90 degree, X is equals to 37 degree plus Y is equals to 180 degree, 0 plus 7, 7, 9 plus 3, 12 plus Y is equals to 180 degree. So now Y is equals to 180 minus 127. So therefore Y is equals to 10 minus 7, 3, here 7 minus 2, 5, 53 degree. So X is 37 degree and Y is 53 degree. See, moral of the story, nothing. Exterior angle of a triangle is equals to sum of its interior opposite angle. So 65 is equals to 28 plus this angle. So that is 37. Now these two are alternate angles. So this is 37. So this is 37. Now in this triangle we have two angles, 37, 90. So we can find remaining third angle by angle sum property of triangle. So I hope you understood this problem. Clear? Fourth. Now we are going to do last problem of your exercise 6.3. Very important problem. Okay. But see what is here. This is a figure. In figure, side QR, this side QR of triangle PQR, is produced to S. And bisector, see this blue line is the bisector of angle PQR. And this red line, RT, is the bisector of PRS. They both bisector will meet at point T. Then you have to prove that this angle QTR, this angle QTR is equals to half of QPR. See, first try to understand the data. What it is given, you see. This angle PRS. So this is the bisector. Red is bisector. So I have taken these two. So these two angles are equal. Why? Because RT is the bisector of PRS. So it divides the angle into two equal half. So I can say this angle 2 is equals to half of angle PRS. So I can say here angle 2 is equals to half of angle PRS. Any doubt? Clear? Now come at blue. See, this QT is the bisector of angle PQR. It is given. This QT, blue color line, is the bisector of angle PQR. So these two angles are equal. So I can say angle 1 is equals to half of angle PQR. Any doubt in these two? Clear? Now see how we'll do this problem. Very important problem, but we'll do in a very easy method. So you will consider two triangles. First, original triangle PQR. Okay, see this is PQR. This line is extended. So PRS is an exterior angle. In PRS exterior angle, this is, so it is equals to, PRS is equals to, we can say angle P plus angle Q. So in triangle PQR, exterior angle PRS is equals to sum of its interior opposite angles. So reason is exterior angle is equal to sum of its interior opposite angle. Clear? So exterior angle PRS is equals to angle P plus angle Q. Okay, now the turning points come here. So this is turning point. What is the turning point? We will divide both the side by half, or we will multiply, both the side by half. So half exterior angle PRS is equals to half of angle P plus half of angle P. Multiply by half on both sides. Clear? So now half of exterior angle PRS. So half of exterior angle PRS is equals to angle 2. I have told you here. See these angles 2. This PRS, this is the bisector. So these two angles are equal. So 2 is equals to half of PRS. So half of exterior angle PRS is equals to angle 2. Half of angle P. So I have written half of angle P. And half of angle Q. So half of angle Q. See, this QT is the bisector of angle Q. So these two are equal. So half of angle Q is equals to 1. So that is equals to 1. So we got this result. Clear? That's all. Nothing. Just we have used the theorem. The exterior angle is equals to sum of its interior opposite angle. Then we have multiplied both the side by half. Now, second phase. So first we have considered triangle PQ. Clear? And triangle PQR. Now we will consider another triangle, that is QTR. So in triangle QTR, just apply the theorem. In triangle QTR, this C, TRS, that is angle 2, is an exterior angle. So exterior angle TRS is equals to, so exterior angle TRS is equals to sum of its interior opposite angle. So I can say that is equals to angle T, that is QTR, angle QTR plus angle 1. Have you got it, friends? See, I have considered this triangle QTR. So this is exterior angle. So angle 2 is equals to angle T plus angle 1. So exterior angle TRS, so that is equals to angle 2 is equals to angle QTR plus angle 1. That's all. This will be 2. See, this will be considered as a 1 and this as 2. This is 2. That's all, nothing. Just you have applied theorem in both the triangle here. So here you got value of angle 2, here also you got value of angle 2. So equating 1 and 2. So what you will get? Half angle P plus 1 is equals to angle QTR plus angle 1. So angle 1 cancel. So what you got? Angle QTR is equals to half of angle P. Clear? So now what we want? So therefore we can say angle QTR is equals to half of angle P. Angle P is nothing but QPR. It is equals to angle QPR. This we got. Hence, proved. Very simple. Very important and very simple. What you have to do, what is the moral of the story you see here? First we will consider triangle PQR. And this is the exterior angle PRS. So exterior angle PRS is equals to angle P plus angle Q. Then multiply both the side by half, we got this result. Then you will take triangle number 2, that is QTR. Here also the same theorem you have to apply. See, angle 2 is exterior angle, that is equals to angle T plus angle 1. So angle 2 is equals to angle T plus angle 1. So this is the value of angle 2, this is the value of angle 2. You compare both the values, then you will get the result. Quite simple. Okay. So with this we have completed our chapter, honestly. Now we will do few illustrations which are very important in your textbook that we will discuss. See here. I am going to discuss example 5. Textbook page number 102. What is our question? See. If a transversal intersects two lines. So this is a transversal, it intersects these two lines such that bisector of pair of corresponding angles. See, if these two are lines, I am not telling they are parallel lines. These two are lines and this AD is a transversal. So these two are corresponding angles and this BE is the bisector of corresponding angle ABQ and this CG is the bisector of corresponding angle BCS. Okay. So the bisector of these two corresponding angles, that is BE and CG, are parallel. They are parallel is given. They are parallel. Then you have to prove that two given lines, these two lines are parallel to each other. Have you got the question? See, these two are lines. I am not telling they are parallel lines. We have to prove that PQ is parallel to RS. We have to prove. And this is the transversal. As a result, these two are corresponding angles. Okay, they are corresponding angles. And the bisector of these two corresponding angles, that is BE and CG, are parallel. They are parallel. You got it? These two are parallel. You have to prove that PQ is parallel to RS. Okay. See, what is the data? I will write here. I hope you understood the problem. See, data, we are going to write data. Data. What is given? PQ and RS. AD is transversal. AD is transversal two lines PQ and RS. Okay, then B and CG are bisector. Ray B and ray CG are bisectors of angle ABQ and angle BCS respectively. Also, what it is given, BE is parallel to CG. This is the data. To prove, what you have to prove? You have to prove PQ, line PQ is parallel to line RS. This you have to prove. Have you got it? How we are going to do this? See, this I have taken angle 1. So BE is bisector of angle ABQ. So angle 1 is equals to half of ABQ, I can say. Very simple, no? So I will write here. See, BE is bisector of angle ABQ. See, this is from data. BE is bisector of angle ABQ. This we got from data. Clear? So B is bisector of angle ABQ. So therefore I can say angle 1 is equals to half of ABQ. So therefore angle 1 is equals to half of angle ABQ. Clear? This will take as 1. Now similarly, come back here. We can say CG is bisector of angle BCS. This also from data. So if this is the bisector, these two angles are equal. So angle 2 is equals to half of BCS. So therefore angle 2 is equals to half of angle BCS. This is 2. Clear? Now second case. What is given? One more thing. B is parallel to CG and this AD is the transversal. So these two are corresponding angles. These lines are parallel. It is given that so corresponding angles are equal. Also, it is given BE is parallel to CG and AD is transversal. This is also from data. So all results we are deriving it from data. So BE is parallel to CG and AD is transversal. So this angle, see, touching transversal and parallel line, touching transversal and parallel line, so they are equal. So I can write therefore angle 1 is equals to angle 2. Reason corresponding angles. I hope you understood this. Now angle 1 is equals to angle 2. So therefore I can say half of angle ABQ is equals to half of angle BCS. That is from 1 and 2. Half of cancel. So therefore angle ABQ is equals to angle BCS. This result we have derived. Now look here at the diagram. What it says, this angle ABQ. See, I will do one more diagram here. You just look here. A, B, Q, C, here D, and here S. So ABQ, look here, what we got result ABQ. So this ABQ is equals to BCS. These two angles are equal. What do you say these two angles? They are corresponding angles and they are equal. See, they are touching this line, they are touching this line. Okay, which two line here? See, this is P and this is R. So they are touching PQ, they are touching RS and they are also touching transversal. They are corresponding angles and they are equal. So lines are parallel. Have you got it? So now what we will write here? We will write but angle ABQ and angle BCS are corresponding angles. Are corresponding angles and they are equal. So corresponding angles are equal, so the lines are parallel. If lines are parallel, then corresponding angles are equal. But here corresponding angles are equal, so therefore lines are parallel. So therefore you can say PQ, so they are touching PQ and RS. Therefore PQ is parallel to RS. What we have to prove? We have to prove PQ is parallel to RS. Hence, prove. Very simple. I hope you understood this illustration. Okay, here it is given that B is bisector of ABQ, CG is bisector of BCS. These two lines are parallel. You have to prove PQ and RS are parallel. So very simple. 1 is equals to half of ABQ, 2 is equals to half of BCS, and also 1 equal to 2. 1 equal to 2. So half of ABQ is equals to half of BCS, half of cancel. So ABQ is equals to BCS. But they are corresponding angles. So lines are parallel. Very simple. I hope you enjoyed this. Now we are going to discuss one more problem, that is CF. Very important problem. This is example 8, page number 106 of your textbook. This is page 106 of your textbook. See, what is the diagram? In figure C, this side AB is produced to E and side AC is produced to D respectively, and this BO, see this red color line, BO is the bisector of angle CBE. Have you got it, friends? This is the red color line BO. Is the bisector of angle CBE, and this CO is the bisector of angle BCD. I have taken this 1 and 2. See now, moral of the story you see here. Look here. This BO is the bisector. This BO is the bisector of angle CBE. So this angle 1 is equals to half of angle CBE, we can say. Clear? See, I will do some rough work for your clear understanding. See here, what I told you, BO is the bisector. See this, BO is the bisector. So this angle 1, see this, is equals to half of, I can say, angle 1 is equals to half of angle CBE. Any doubt? Actually, see this red color line BO is bisector of angle CBE. This whole angle is the bisector of angle CBE. So angle 1 is equals to half of CBE. Now you look at CBE. See here, I will draw the diagram. What we got? CBE, and this is A. See here, the CBE. So and this is Y. So what about this Y and CBE? They are linear. So the CBE, so I can say Y plus angle CBE is equals to 180 degree. Any doubt, friends? Y plus CBE is equals to 180 degree or not? So angle CBE is equals to 180 minus Y. Any doubt in this? See friends, the CBE, how about the CBE is? I am doing the CBE is total 180. From 180 you subtract this Y. So you will get CBE. Clear or not? From total this is 180. That is Y plus CBE is equals to 180. So you want CBE. So CBE is equals to 180 minus Y. No need of this mathematical calculation. Just look at the diagram. It is quite clear. You want CBE. So the CBE is total from 180. You have to subtract this Y. Clear? See now, we'll proceed. Everything is given here. To prove, we have to prove BOC is equals to, we have to prove this BOC is equals to half of angle A. So now what we'll say, proof. See now. BO is bisector of angle CBE. This you got from data. I am not writing data, but you can write from here data. The side AB and AC are produced to E and D. BO and CO are bisector of CBE and BCD. They meet at O, and you have to prove this. I am writing proof. So BO is bisector of angle CBE. Clear? So this angle 1. So therefore angle 1 is equals to half of angle CBE. So therefore angle 1 is equals to half of CBE. And the CBE is equals to how much? CBE is equals to 180 minus Y. So therefore I can write angle 1 is equals to, I have to multiply this, half into 180, 90 minus Y by 2. So I got angle 1. So angle 1 is equal to 90 minus Y by 2. So angle 2 will be 90 minus Z by 2. Now one more. Similarly, as BO is bisector of CBE, I can set CO is bisector of angle BCD. Where you got data? The CO is bisector of angle BCD. So angle 2 is equals to, so therefore angle 2 is equals to half of angle BCD. This. Clear? So therefore angle 2 is equals to half of angle BCD. See the BCD is this. BCD this. So BCD is equals to 180 minus Z. So 180 minus Z. Similarly as we have done here. Clear friends? See here friends, BCD, this angle, BCD, this black color angle, see this, BCD is how much? From 180, you have to subtract Z. So, you will get BCD. That's all. So, angle 2, half 180, 90 minus Z by 2. So, you got angle. This 192. This is 1. This is 2. Any doubt? So, we got value of angle 1, we got value of angle 2. Now, we take this BOC triangle, red color triangle, and we want angle BOC. This is angle BOC. See, this angle we want, BOC. So, BOC. We have 1, we have 2. We want BOC. So, we will use angle sum property in this triangle BOC. Okay, friends. So, I am going to use that. See now, here is the diagram. See, I want both the things. So, here is the diagram. Now, come on, tell me what you will say. Second phase in triangle BOC. See, in triangle BOC. What you can say? Angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle BOC. 3 angle. Angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle BOC is equals to 180. Reason, angle sum property. Angle sum property of triangle. 1 we have. How much 1 we have? See, 1 is 90 minus y by 2. So, in place of 1, I can write 90 minus y by 2 plus angle 2. How much angle 2 is? 90 minus z by 2. So, I can write here 90 minus z by 2 plus angle BOC is equals to 180. 90 plus 90, 180. 180, 180 will get cancelled. This minus y by 2 will go here, plus y by 2, minus z by 2 will go here, plus z by 2. Have you got it, friends? 90 plus 90, 180. So, this and this will get cancelled. Now, if you go here, I can write angle BOC is equals to minus y by 2 means y by 2. Minus z by 2 means plus z by 2. Clear? So, now you see, angle BOC is equals, I will take half common. So, what will be left here? Y plus z. So, I got here angle BOC is equals to half y plus z. Now, look here. What we have to prove? We have to prove angle BOC is equals to half of angle A. But what we got? Angle BOC we got. So, BOC clear. Equal to clear. We got half. Now, in place of y plus z, I want angle A. Clear? So, in place of y plus z, I want angle A. Angle A means I want x. Now, you see, this I will take 3. Now, look at this triangle. In triangle ABC, I can say x plus y plus z equal to 180. Sum of 3 angle of a triangle is equals to 180 degree. Are you clear, friends? Look at the diagram. In triangle ABC, x plus y plus z equal to 180 degree. So, I will write here second phase in triangle ABC, x plus y plus z is equals to 180. What we have? We have y plus z. So, I will find y plus z. So, y plus z is equals to 180 minus x. So, we got here value of y plus z. So, we got value of y plus z here. This is 4. Now, we will write y plus z in terms of x. So, from 3 and 4, what will write? Angle BOC is equals to half. And this is what? Y plus z. So, in place of y plus z, I will write 180 minus x. So, I will write 180 minus x. Clear, friends? Now, I will open the bracket. So, angle BOC half into 180. So, that is equal to 90 minus half into x. So, that is equals to half x. Clear? So, BOC is equals to 90 minus half x. So, look at the diagram. BOC is equal to 90 minus half x. Half x is x. X is A. So, now I can write angle BOC is equals to 90 minus half x. X is angle A. So, this we got the result what we have to prove. BOC is equals to half of. See, we have to prove only half of A. Just a minute. Have you got this? Angle BOC is equal to half of y plus z. So y plus z is equals to 180 minus x. So I have written half of 180 minus x. So BOC is equals to 90 minus half of x. This is the proof. Just there is some mistake. Just I will check down. See, there was a mistake in our to prove. Actually, you have to prove angle BOC is equals to 90 minus half angle A. This we have to. Okay. So what we got here, angle BOC is equals to 90 minus half angle A. See, moral of the story we will see. Look at this diagram. Once again, I am going to recap this. What is given? The BO is bisector of angle CBE and the CO is bisector of angle BCD. I have taken 1 and 2. So if BO is bisector of angle CBE, I can say angle 1 is equals to half of angle CBE. So angle 1 is equals to half of angle CBE. And angle 2 is equals to half of angle BCD. Clear? Now, the CBE is this angle. See here. CBE. CBE. So the CBE is equals to total is 180. This total is 180 and CBE is 180 minus y. So CBE is equals to 180 minus y. Now come back here. See. So we will use with the data. BO is the bisector of angle CBE. So 1 is equals to half of CBE. Now CBE is equals to the CBE is equals to 180 minus y. I open the bracket, half into 180, 90 minus y by 2. So we got angle 1 is equals to 90 minus y by 2. So angle 2 is equals to 90 minus z by 2. Similarly, so angle 2 is equals to 90 minus z by 2. So we got the value of 1 and 2. We want BOC. So we will use angle sum property in this triangle BOC. Clear? So we are using angle sum property here. In triangle BOC, if you use angle sum property, you can say okay, 1 plus BOC plus 2 equal to 180. So 1 plus 2 plus BOC is equals to 180. So 1 is how much? We have already proved angle 1 is equals to 90 minus y by 2. So we will substitute 1 is equals to 90 minus y by 2. 2 is equals to, we have proved 90 minus z by 2. So I will write here 2 is equals to 90 minus z by 2 plus BOC is equals to 180. So now 90 plus 90, 180, 180 cancel. So angle BOC minus y by 2 plus y by 2 minus z by 2 plus z by 2. I will take half common. So y plus z. So we got BOC is equals to y plus z. Over. So I have used angle sum property in triangle BOC. Now I will use same angle sum property in triangle ABC. Okay. So first you have to use angle sum property in triangle BOC. After finding value of 1. After finding value of 2. So first you have to find the value of 1, then you have to find the value of 2, then you will apply angle sum property in BOC, then you will apply angle sum property in ABC. So now in triangle ABC, x plus y plus z equal to 180. So here we are using angle sum property of triangle. So x plus y plus z equal to 180. Now y plus z is equals to 180 minus x. So I will substitute the value of y plus z in this equation 3. So BOC is equals to half of 180 minus x. Open the bracket. So 90 minus half of x. Half of x is half of a. Have you got it, friends? So what is the moral of this story? So first I will write here. See what is the moral of this story. Moral of this story. Moral. So we will first find angle 1, first step. Second step, find angle 2. Third step, use angle sum property in BOC. In triangle BOC, use angle sum property. Then fourth, in triangle ABC, use angle sum property. Are you good? So, what is the moral of the story? First you will find angle 1, then you will find angle 2. Use angle sum property in BOC. Use angle sum property in ABC. Clear? That's all. You will get the answer. So, in this lecture we have discussed 4 problems. They are quite important problems. Any one of the rider will appear in your examination, that is quite sure. So, please, this is a very important class. So you go through each and every rider in a proper way, watch the video repeatedly 2 times, 3 times, then try to solve these 4 riders by your own. I hope you will follow my instruction. Okay, thank you very much.